Dying Light the Beast was supposed to be Techland's big comeback, but after that gameplay demo, it feels less like a beast and more like
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
all flash and no substance. This so-called new game reuses 90% of Dying Light 2's assets, the combat is still clunky, the guns sound weak, and the story has taken a backseat. Don't forget that Dying Light Mr. Beast started as a DLC, and now it's a $70 standalone cash grab. There are some silver linings that I'll get to in a bit, but is that really enough to stop this thing from flopping harder than Techland's broken promises for Dying Light 2? Let me explain. Now don't get me wrong, I want to see this game succeed as much as you guys, but there's a lot wrong with it at the moment. Without us addressing it, we'll never have our Dying Light glory days again, so
Let's start.
Techland has shown us over 30 minutes of Dying Light the Beast, and the gameplay that they've showcased is the most mid thing I've ever seen. If this is what Dying Light the Beast has to offer, this is the best of what they have to showcase, man, this is gonna be a fucked up ride. Let's talk about the gameplay first. One of the biggest complaints from Dying Light 2 is how bad the physics and the ragdoll system was compared to Dying Light 1. It still baffles me and everyone I know how Techland had the combat figured out in Dying Light 1 and just completely undid all their progress in Dying Light 2. And that was one of the things I wanted Dying Light the Beast to do right. Bring back ragdoll physics. It made the zombie smashing feel so fucking satisfying that I don't know why you would ever forego that for these sluggish feel. One of the complaints I have had since Dying Light 1 is how bad the gunplay felt, and it still feels just as bad. I don't know who did the audio for these gunshots, but holy fucking shit, that is abysmal. As much as I want to be Mr. Beast as the next guy, the beast mode in this game just feels... It doesn't feel anything different than what we got to experience in Dying Light 2, and that's sort of a letdown. Although do note that there is a skill tree which will unlock more things for you to do with the beast mode, but I'm still not convinced that this is as interesting as it sounds. And as for the story and writing, apparently it's not too serious and they're focused on fun gameplay. And it shows. The entire demo did not feel like it had any characters that ever felt interesting, unlike the first game. And the last thing I want to talk about are the special zombie enemy types. They just feel like they've been ripped straight from Dying Light 2 and reskinned into this game. The best way I would describe the combat in this game so far is it feels odd. The zombies don't really react to the impact of weapons, and if this game was supposed to go back to the roots, I don't think they're doing a good job. The worst part is how Techland thinks Kyle Crane is what made Dying Light 1 famous. It's like they're holding on to the last thing they could find in order to bring back the franchise to its glory days, and I don't think that's ever gonna happen because they're completely missing the point. Kyle Crane was an element of what made Dying Light 1 so fucking good, but it was everything else too. It was the fucking atmosphere, it was the gameplay, it was the how it made you hold your shit in while you ran from a volatile.
Help! Help!
Dying Light 2 made this whole franchise feel more like a generic live service game than what it was supposed to be. The strange part is that they actually found what works and they lost it. And as much as I think this game's going to turn out to be a disappointment, I do think there's some tiny bits of good news in there. For example, like I said, the graphics are slightly better. The interiors in Dying Light 2 felt like they're copy-pasted, but here they actually feel lived in. The overall city and the map feels more claustrophobic than it did in Dying Light 2. The parkour looks less floaty, and pretty much the entire atmosphere of the game is better, darker, more scary. If Techland has a chance of ever reviving this beautiful, gory franchise again, they really need to rethink their line of action. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and it really helps the channel if you subscribe. Anyways, ponder on that.